Hello and welcome to this match between the GBU men's team and the International All-Star men's team of the BIHA. I'm really looking forward to this one, Nick. How about you?
I've been waiting around for this for a good amount of time, and it's going to be a great match, hopefully.
Yeah, and earlier on today there was, of course, that game. I don't know if you caught any of that in the live stream, Nick. The International All-Stars women's team against GBU women's. GBU women's coming out 6-1 victors, and what was a really quite a close game, and the scoreline probably doesn't reflect how close it actually was. And did you see any of it, Nick?
I did catch the first and second period at work. Not able to watch all of it as much as I would like, but certainly heard Callie on commentary and what a great job he did, and great job by both sets of girls.
Yeah, it certainly was. And after the game, I had the opportunity to speak to some of the players involved in the game, and we're going to cut to that just now. So I'm joined here with Sophie Karori from the US of A, playing for the International All-Stars team today. How did you enjoy the game despite the result?
Yeah, it was really good to play with girls from all over and to get a really good high standard of hockey and a really good game going.
And how did you feel you came together, considering you've not had a lot of time to skate together?
I think it was really impressive across all the periods. You could really see the improvement as a team, and you could see us work together and move really fluidly. So I think that would sort of reflect in the scores and how we really kind of work together to score at the end.
Okay, and who do you normally play for in the BIHA?
I play for the Cambridge Women's Blues.
And so how did the pace of that game compare to your average Cambridge Women's Blues game?
So we're in Division 2 South non-checking, so we get a lot of new players in our league, so it's really good to play with a lot of really experienced girls who knew what they're doing, who you can really bounce off of and work with, make some cool plays.
Okay, and you scored the first ever goal for the International All-Stars team at any level. How do you feel making a bit of history?
Oh, it feels really good. I'm on such a high from it. It's really nice to, to put some points up on the board for our girls.
Excellent. And how did you find it being coached by Maggie Benson for the first time as well? Was that easy enough?
Yeah, it was really good. She's a really experienced player and she knows what she's doing. I think she did a really nice job of bringing the girls together really well. Excellent.
Thanks very much. I'm joined here with Melissa Reidelberger. Did I get that right? From the US of A, London Dragons as well, and also the captain of the International All-Stars women's team. How did you enjoy the game today?
It was a lot of fun. It was fun because we didn't know each other when we first came in, so it was fun to play with new people and obviously have a very good high level of competition, so it was fun out there.
Yeah, and how does that compare to your average Tier 1 game with the Dragons?
Probably not quite as fast-paced. I think Dragons are probably a bit more fast-paced and definitely more physical, but still a good place out there, for sure.
And you, of course, you play for the London Dragons. You're coached by Callie Usitalo. Was it a real treat getting coached by a real coach today?
Oh, that was harsh. Maggie was a good coach, but Callie was also equally as good.
Very diplomatic. Very diplomatic. So you had to move to defence today a little bit and played a little bit forward. How did you feel out there?
I felt good. Felt a little confused at times, depending on what. Sometimes it would just come off the bench and then you'd be playing different position, but it still felt good out there.
And what would you think was the biggest challenge for the International All-Stars team, and the biggest challenge the men will face tonight?
I think it was a bit challenging not knowing each other, and warm-ups we were literally doing introductions and just going around saying our names. So that was a bit of a challenge, but I think we played better as the game went on and gelled a bit more.
Yeah, I certainly think you gave Team GB a real challenge, and thanks very much for your time. I'm here with Beth Schoon, the captain of the GB University women's team. How did you enjoy the game today?
Yeah, it was really fun. The whole day was a great day. It was nice to have sort of an extended period of time together with new teammates that we've not necessarily spent a lot of time with before, so it was a nice event, yeah.
Am I correct in thinking this is your first time with the C for Team GBU?
Yeah, I think I did A last time when we were in Trentino, so it's nice to step up. I missed out 1 year in between, but it's nice to be back, and even more of an honour to get the C as well. Yeah.
And obviously having the C, have you got a good bunch? It makes it easy for you?
Yeah, definitely. It's a good bunch of girls. I think I've played with most of them before. Everyone's played, I think, to some respect, international level before, so that makes it a lot easier. They know what to expect and they're just easy to get on with. So yeah, it's a great bunch.
Yeah, and this year, obviously, you've been in it before. What would you say the depth is like in GBU now that things have progressed?
Yeah, I think it's really more balanced team, I'd say. I think when we went away last time we had a few more sort of GB seniors players, but then I'd say the sort of balance between those players and our other players was a bit sort of deep, to be honest. But this time we've got a lot more steady across the board, and there's still a few GB seniors players in, but I think today it was quite difficult to notice them because there was a lot of players stepped up and played really well, so it's good to have that depth, and you can see that coming through year on year.
Yeah, and International All-Stars team, a bit of an unknown commodity to you. What would you say to the men of GBU to prepare for the men's game tonight?
I think you'll be up against a team that's going to work hard and not give up. That's exactly what the girls and the All-Stars team did today, so I think that'll be exactly the same for the guys. I think it's good to have that team here. It's nice to see that BUIHA is able to put that team together and have sort of a platform for the international students here as well, because they're such a big part of the sort of uni hockey experience in the UK, so it's great that they get the opportunity as well.
That's great. Thanks for your time, Beth. I'm joined here with Isabel Whiteley, scorer of a hat-trick today in the first ever GBU versus International All-Stars women's game. This was your debut for GBU as well, I believe. How did it feel being out there?
It felt really nice. The team was really good and worked well together, so I had a lot of fun out there. It's good.
And how much did the morning skate help you guys to get it together for that game?
It was really useful because we figured out our lines and we were able to kind of work together and gain some communication so we could work well together in the game and continue on from that, so critical.
And of course that was the first time the International All-Stars women team had been put together. What do you think of their efforts as well?
They played really well. They put in a strong effort out there. They challenged us quite a lot, so it was a good game. Really good game by them.
Okay, and your line today, I think you would agree with something a bit special going on with them. There was a bit of magic. Bit of a happy accident after the first trial. What can you say about your team, your line mates? Sorry.
Oh, they were incredible out there. We were working so well together in passing the puck and communicating, and we just seemed to click really well, and we always knew where each other were, so we could pass really easily, and yeah, it felt really good, really clicked well.
Yeah, it felt over there that you had even a spring in your step, just jumping off, jumping onto the ice, and is that a line you hope will stay together?
I hope so, yeah, definitely. I really love playing with them. They're lovely people, and we kind of would like be excited to get onto the ice and excited to join, get going in the game. So it's really important.
And you play elite women's, is that correct? What's the difference in preparation for a GBU game to a elite women's game?
Well, I mean, it was nice having the morning skate and kind of to get to know people, but then it's also tough because we don't get to spend time with each other normally, so it's more difficult to find your line and to find your groups that you're using, so it's slightly different, so you have to really make sure you're communicating well to click.
And just in terms of the team as a whole, how you get on with the girls? You feel you're integrated well into the team?
Yeah, definitely. I love them. They're all really welcoming. I felt so welcomed for the team, and all really nice girls. Great group.
Well done on your hat-trick and Player of the Game award today, and thank you for your time. So there's some of the reactions to the international women's games, Nick, earlier on. I have to say, a bit of magic found in that second line for GBU women's.
There was indeed, even from the two periods I watched, that second line was all over the ice, going out there with the right attitude and the right will to put on that jersey and fight for every single little bit of ice in every single shift, even in a game that might have been a little one-sided in places. They just kept on playing no matter what.
Yeah. So. Without further ado, we need to turn. We've got a big game coming up, Nick, and we need to turn to that. I had the opportunity to speak to the coaches, Callie from the International All-Stars Men's and from Matt Bradbury, so we'll switch to that now. Hi, I'm joined here with Callie, now coach of the London Dragons team and coach of the International All-Stars team alongside Michael Solossi. Callie, how are you looking forward to the game tonight?
Very much so, yeah. I mean, it's been a long time coming. We've been, of course, as you know, we've been planning for a long time, and it's been, well, quite a lot of work to come up with the team and all the lines and everything. So just seeing everything sort of coming together today when we got to the ice on the ice in the morning and everything, it's just I'm just just can't wait. Can't wait to get going, really.
And just in terms of the level of talent you got, to get you quite excited to have control over that?
Yeah, I mean, I've been just feeling for the past couple of weeks that I've been literally playing real life hockey GM at home and maybe occasionally at the office, and just it's been something that while I was playing, I was like, why doesn't someone do that? So getting to be part of that now and actually being able to do that myself has been very cool.
Yeah, and you just watched the women's game there, International All-Stars coming up a bit short. What are you guys going to do to try and make tie the series 1-1 today?
Well, I think after watching GBU this morning, they're a very fast team. That's for sure. They are a little bit smaller team than we are, but they are very fast. They're highly skilled. They're very set plays. They, of course, because they play in men's leagues, they play a lot more than we do and practice a lot more than we do regularly. So it's going to be sort of speed versus size, and how much depth do they have in their lineup, because we basically we can put any line out there, any player in any situation, and they are able to do damage. So looking forward to seeing how they're able to cope with a much bigger team. So it's going to be that. It's basically going to be size versus speed, as it often is.
So you were skating, of course, with one of the lines today. I won't give away what the line combo was, but how did it feel to skate with that level of talent?
I haven't been on ice much recently, and I would have needed that. It was very fast pace. Our captain from London, Sam Kanerva, he said to me after practice, like, we don't play games at this pace. These guys are practicing. So because it's just all the superstars, all the best players from every team. It's the speed, the skill level is just incredible, and I did have a tough time keeping up with them, and I hope I didn't ruin it badly for them for their preparation.
And just so you know, what, obviously keeping it clean for the feed, what are you going to be saying in the changing room to the players before the game?
Well, I mean, I've left the tactical side more for Lucas and Slossi. Michael is completely. We had a tactical meeting. I was just sitting in the back row, just just minding my own business. I'm not gonna get involved with that. But I'm definitely just gonna be making sure that the energy levels stay high. Everyone stays positive and encourages each other, and of course stays physical. We have to play with a lot of energy. Have to play with probably a little bit more aggressive than. Or hope to be a lot more aggressive than what GBU is normally facing in their men's league. So looking to dominate physically and just making sure that everyone high tempo all the time, short shifts, just keep it high octane at all times. Basically, is what we're going for here.
Yeah, and do you feel a lot more confident knowing you've got 3 amazing backstops back there?
Yeah, I think I was actually. He will hate me for saying this, but I think I was the only one who scored on Fabian Sivner this morning, because I fanned on a shot completely and it threw him off and he went between his legs. But yeah, all 3 goalies looked very sharp. Berke and Roman both robbed me blind a couple of times in the morning ice. So it's of course a massive confidence builder for the defense and for the whole team when you have 3 goalies like that. As you know, we're gonna play one each period, and it doesn't matter which one we throw out there in which order. We know already the order, but it wouldn't matter, because they are 3 all-star goalies, and for a good reason.
Well, thanks very much for your time, Callie, and I will say to you, if you scored against Fabian Sivner, you should have probably kept the puck.
No, I kept the whole bag.
Excellent, thank you very much. Hello, I'm joined here with GBU coach Matt Bradbury. How are you feeling about the game tonight?
Yeah, I'm excited. I think it's going to be a real spectacle and a great opportunity to show people across the world on what the GBU is all about, and also have a competitive match which is really going to prep our players for the World Student Games next year. Now
IAS or International All-Stars, a bit of an unknown commodity. How do you think you're going to cope with them?
Yeah, we're going to try and put them under some pressure early. I think we'll also make sure we keep our shape. It's key that we stay close in the defensive zone in particular, and we'll try a few things out, and it'll give us that opportunity to see our players in different situations than we normally see them in. So we're quite looking forward to that.
Now, a lot of the time in WUGs, you're the underdog, but today you're probably the favourite. Does that add any extra pressure, or is it fine?
I think it's key how we come and prepare ourselves and get organised on the ice. I don't think there's any real favourites out there. I think the thing is the players are both teams are under pressure because they want to perform. Probably more so the GBU because they want to impress today and hopefully secure their place towards the team for next year. So I guess they're under a lot more pressure. But they don't need to. They just need to play their natural game, relax, work hard, and just show that they care and they're here to actually commit and and show us what they can do.
Okay, and you were probably online for the 3 captains announcements. What can you tell us about your team captains?
Well, Cookie is a good guy, and what you need is that good, strong character in the changing room. He's committed on the ice, and he'll take a rap on the knuckles if he's done something wrong, and he'll also dish it out if he needs to, and actually be that kind of go-to guy. And he'll really talk to the players and really get the team pumped up. So he knows what the World Student Games is all about. He'll probably be a little bit nervous tonight with it being his first job tonight, but he doesn't need to. He's a good guy, and he'll do us a good job. Antonov, again, a huge wealth of experience, and again, just a real good shoulder to lean on, a real big leader. He can play the game as well, obviously that helps, but so look out for him tonight. He's a real character, and he's a great player. And Christian Johnson, again, probably one of those more unassuming guys, real good on the puck, strong, shoots the puck well, distribution's good. And again, just another ear for the players, because that's what you need when you go to these kind of games and the situations. So all very different individuals, but very tight-knit group, and will be strong characters in our room and also when we go overseas.
And this, of course, is the, as I understand, the first GBU match for the men's on British soil. What sort of thing are you going to be saying to the players to calm any nerves they may have before the game?
I think they've got to go out there and just showcase what they can do, put the 110% effort in, really go for it, and also have fun. You know, if they go out there and have fun, they're going to play to their best. If they go out there tonight and they're stressed out and whatever, they're going to make mistakes, and everyone's going to make mistakes. It's just how you deal with it. And as long as the mistakes don't repeat and aren't costly, then you might get away with the odd mistake here and there, and that's not so much to worry about. But no, I think everybody, once the time comes and the time we get out on the ice, the warm up, they'll get rid of their nerves, and they'll come focused and be here, and they'll mean to play, and they'll want to cement themselves into this squad. Obviously, we've got a few more trials. We've got another trial in September, but tonight is a great situation to see them under pressure, and that's key, really. So looking forward to it. Looking forward to getting out there with my old buddy Martin Grubb, who's going to help us out. He's helped us out all day today. Real good technician, and I'm really great to have him on board, and again, like I was saying to you last week, having the guys like yourself and the production team making this possible to stream the game so people can see it. Obviously, hopefully get a few hundred in here tonight. It'll really start the National Championships weekend off well, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Of course, there's a Challenge Trophy on the line. This is the first time. Do you think it's good that the BIHA are making this an annual event?
I think so, yeah, and you know, having been around the program for a long time in a coaching capacity, I've seen the growth, and I can reassure people that, you know, the chair and you know, Mr. Miller and Hopkins and that, they're so dedicated and committed to this program, as are, you know, as volunteers, as along with yourself and myself. We're all here, and we all want to see this university ice hockey program really go to this next level. And I think it's going to be, we're unique because now that the girls are integrated with the boys team, and when we have camps here in Sheffield, we're able to do everything together. Obviously separate entities with warm-ups and pre-match practice and stuff like that, but just being able to cross over, and the coaches are able to share and support each other, and as with the managers as well. So we've got a lot of experience, we've got a lot of new blood, and you know, hopefully this event will be an annual event, and it will grow more and more, and that can only be exciting for the whole university program.
Well, I'm looking forward to quite the spectacle tonight, and I thank you for your time. I know you've got a lot of preparation to do, so thanks very much. So Nick, you heard a bit from the coaches there. Matt Bradbury, I think, very, very coy in his answers and not accepting that favourite status. Do you think he's right to feel that this game is as evenly balanced as they come?
I think we've talked about this quite a bit in the last couple of weeks in the run-up to this game. I think he's right to edge his bets there in terms of we've talked up this All-Star team, and that this could be a massive X factor in terms of no one knows what they're going to come out. That any results are possible at this point in terms of I actually have no idea what this All-Star team's going to come out there. They might come out there and look like a bunch of individuals. They might come out there and look like an actual All-Star team pulling together.
Yeah, I think the one thing about this All-Star team, we're on the camera. The one thing about the All-Star team that I think, Nick, that maybe play in their favour, we know these individuals, they're capable of emotionally responding to a big game.
Yeah, exactly. You look at the amount of people on this team list for the All-Stars who've played in Nationals finals, played in Div 1 playoff finals, played in big games, played in big varsities. You remember some of these games are big varsities and mean a lot. And you've got the emotionally intelligent people out there in terms of you've got the leaders, you've not got the hotheads, and they're the ones going out there. They've got absolutely zero pressure on them. We talked about, and I think it was mentioned in the interview, this is GBU's first home game. And there's a lot of pressure on this game for GBU, and certainly I think I'd be sitting a lot happier in the All-Stars dressing room knowing that you're going out there with nothing to lose.
Well, I mean, the All-Stars, they get to come down here, they get the honour of playing GBU in their first ever home game, and then they get some free pizza after it. I mean, there's nothing bad in this deal for them.
Not
so
at all.
The score is another factor of how they might feel about the game, but there is nothing bad in this deal for them. It could come down to goaltending, of course, Nick, and we know a little about the goaltenders for IAS. I've taken some shots on Berkett training, and I've never been able to score past them. But I think we might be ready to go to the rosters now. So this is the roster for the BIHA International All-Stars team. And that is a stacked deck right there, Nick.
Oi, oi, oi.
First line, Quentin Campbell, Sam Canerva, and Anthony Seles.
The London-Edinburgh mix, and that is a hell of a first line.
Yeah, it's an absolute wicked first line with scoring talent, grit, and determination right throughout.
Yeah, exactly. You've got Sellers, who he's going to go into every corner and battle for every puck. And you got we already seen last year the quality of Canerva in terms of what he can do. And you got to remember that you're taking these All-Stars out of their teams where they're probably the best guy, and they might have another couple of guys that are around them to make plays with, and you're filling them in a team full of people who can make plays.
Yeah, and then look at that second line, all Blues.
Exactly.
2 Cambridge Blues, 1 Oxford Blues. That might never happen ever again.
No, and to be honest, again, what a combination. Size, speed, power, hands, grit, determination.
And I spoke earlier on to Lackham about his upper body injury. He's fully healed and he's ready to go. So, woe betide anyone that sells him short. And then a third line, if anyone had a third line like this, oh my goodness. Nick Howgard, Chase McCarthy and Vlad Volkanos, who could set the world on fire.
Exactly, and that's, you're looking at that's an offensive power line. You might not expect the greatest two-way game out of those guys, but that's a quick line, and that's a heads-up line, that's a smart hockey line. You're looking at if GB offensively are going to have to try and match up against one line, that might be it.
Yeah, and I mean, Nick Hauger and Chase McCarthy have played together forever. As it was once described to me, they have one guy that fills in every year since they've been together. Vlad Volkanos is not a type of guy that's going to fill in. He's going to add to that line and make it even better than it normally is.
We saw last week how good he makes that Metros team.
Yeah.
Now how good can he make Nick Hauger and Chase McCarthy?
Very good, I think, will be the answer that we're looking at. Then we have Craig James, Jakowskis and Kajnik. And the last line, that's a London, Sheffield, Cardiff combination. That is true all-star, strange bedfellow stuff. But Greg James will solidify any line with his physical play and his two-way sense. So
it is. I noticed him in the warm-up. He's a big guy. He's a big body. And if you're looking for a fourth line, and to be fair, Big Man and Callie have picked this roster with not just a all-star lineup. They've picked this as a proper hockey team. And if that's going to be your fourth line, there's some big bodies and penalty killers and guys who are going to do a job out there. It's not all about putting the puck in the net. It's about putting GBU under pressure and making this a real game.
And then left and right defence, Nanji and Vasily.
Cool. Good start.
Yeah, that's a good start right there. Two guys who can move the puck, two guys who can play defence as well. And we all know how good Alan Nanji is as a skater. Then Grunbaum and Thompson, they play together for St Andrews. They'll have familiarity with each other to work with. And finally, Old Man Zimmerman, as we call him, because he's an old head on young shoulders. He's a young
he
guy,
is indeed.
But he's got the smarts of a veteran hockey player.
Exactly, and I think we commented on it. If Carl Zimmerman was going to be your fifth defenseman on this team, then you're not in a bad spot.
No, and Ronski, he's a big guy that likes to bang. So
he is indeed.
Don't go into the corners with him without your head up. And then I think we've taught these three goalies to death. Bert Ricketty, absolute athleticism. Roman Terrain, he's small in stature but big in the net.
He is indeed.
And then Fabian Sivnet going in last to sort everything right out.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So if this is a close game going into the third, GBU
Exactly.
can't bank on scoring or we'll get them in the third, because
Nope.
that is possibly the best goaltending trio we will ever see. All right, and then we have doubled up lines here, unfortunately, in the first couple. But yeah, I mean, that GB lineup, we probably don't know about as much about GBU as we do about the International
which is
All-Stars.
strange.
We've seen Chris Cook before in Nationals, and we know he's a hell of a player despite his minus 19 in the international. But he's got that international
But for
pedigree.
but for fans out there who watch around the NIHL and things like that, there's guys on there that you'll recognise and seen around. There's a couple of Steel Dogs hanging around, and it's a class team. It's strong from guy 1 to 12 on the forwards and 1 to 8 on the D. It's deep.
Yeah,
this is going to be one hell of a team.
I'll tell you one guy that I am looking forward to watching, and that's Ruskin Springer-Hughes. Ruskin Springer-Hughes has lit it up in the games he's played for Nottingham this year. Definitely one of the best players the Mavericks have had, and I cannot wait for him to hit the ice. And we're getting moved on because they're starting to get the teams on the ice. They're starting to get ready for this game. But just finally, one last guy I want to talk about, Christian Johnson. We're looking for transition here tonight. Christian Johnson's going to provide it in spades for GBU. We'll take it back to the live stream. I think they're going to get the teams out very shortly for this game. Simon Hopkins running things down there. I think we just had BIHA celebrity Stuart Mogg chime in and said that first line is going to be difficult for the All-Stars to stop. I'm glad that he's chiming in because, to say, I don't get to the NIHL because we don't have it in Scotland. And I'm looking forward to learning about these guys because, you know, if I'm going to cross the Siberia with the women's team, I'm going to be supporting the men's team when I'm there as well. I'm not going to be ignoring them. So I want to see what they can produce and look forward to being a GBU men's supporter.
Be nice to know a couple of names over the breakfast table.
So thanks very much to Stuart Mogg for tuning in. As you can see, the bright lights of Sheffield here. I think there's still some people filtering in from the streets.
Thank you to all those listening in. Should be a great game.
We will have to keep our eye on Antonov. Thank you, Stuart. I've heard good things about Ivan Antonov. Yeah. And obviously, if Stuart Mogg's saying he's a difficult guy to stop, then he's definitely going to be a difficult guy to stop. Daniel Ferguson from the Edinburgh under-20s fame as well. Also coming in.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to IAS Sheffield for the inaugural Great Britain Universities versus
We'll stay hushed as they get the teams on the ice here.
Tonight's game has been brought to you by the British Universities Ice Hockey Association and is being streamed live on YouTube. Join in the conversation with the hashtag GBU the IAS. And now we're ready to bring our players out onto the ice for tonight's inaugural match. First of all, wearing the red home team jerseys this evening is your Great Britain University's men's team. And wearing the black shirts this evening is the International All-Stars.
And you can see Andy's down there with the shoulder cam, the first time we've had this feature in the BIHA. Referees on the ice now. Roy Hamilton and Hayden Hunter with the job of making the big calls in this game. And here come the teams. Some might argue that the International All-Stars are the better looking team as they come out and ice the two teams, but certainly when we face off, we'll find out which teams are better at hockey.
We will indeed.
Teams will now line up for their introductions. Hayden Hunter, Roy Hamilton in the middle, Ethan Hardy and Nathan Carmichael as the linesmen. Getting their photos taken for this game. This is a big occasion even to be an official, Nick.
It is indeed.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now time to introduce your players this evening. As we said earlier, playing tonight, awaiting first of all the BYHA International All-Stars. First up, number 2, Sebastian Rumba. Number 4, Luke Thompson. Number 6.
Sebastian Grunbaum obviously feeling a little bit of the pressure there for getting the skate off.
Number 9, Vaclav Berenak. Number 10, Yaminas Yavkakas. Number 12, Jason Lomko.
Cardiff are in the house.
Number 13, Quentin Campbell.
Callum Hill, Callum used to play with the Phoenix, tuning in as well.
Number 21, Oscar
It's good to see so many people online already watching this.
Number 24, Nicholas Hauger. Number 26, Blackpool Galvanos. Number 27, Sebastian Ronsky. Number 28, Gregor James. Number 39, Roman Turin. Number 55, Martin Vaselis.
Mark Stevens predicting 5-3 to GBU.
56, Fabian Sibner.
I would not be predicting a very high scoring game, Nick, if I was anyone at home.
Number 84.
No, it's some of the quality of the goaltending.
Number 88, Sam Canerva. And number 96, Alan Nagy.
And there we go. There's your All-Stars.
And now we're switch to your GBU men's team.
Matt Croyle. Also wearing number 1, Tom Huddle.
Fortunately, there have been 3 goalies in this game. Some of them have to double down on jerseys.
Johnson. Number 6, Tom Moore. Number 7, Ivan Antonov. Number 8, Thomas Parkinson. Number 10, Jackson Price. Number 11, Callum Metcalf. Number 12, Ian Charnock. Number 13, Lewis Colvin. Number 14, James Scott. Number 15, Cameron Blower. Number 16, Alex White. Number 17, Alex Sanford. Number 18, Christopher Cook. Number 19, Solomon Smith. Number 20, Adam Long. Number 21, Nathan Long. Number 23, Jordan Liddell. And finally number 25, James Lindley. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding.
We're now going to have the national anthems, folks.
Very well observed.
Very well observed national anthem. I have to say, Nick, though, I'm glad the formalities are out the way, because I'm ready for the action now.
Please take your seats as the players prepare for the face-off for tonight's first period.
A lot of people up in Aberdeen. Dropping the first puck in this.
We're off.
Nanji picks it up. Plays a nice pass to Quinton Campbell. Good face-off win from Quinton Campbell to start the game. GBU with some speed in the zone. Ivan Antonov.
Bad turnover.
Bad giveaway by Vaselli.
Look nervous,
some
the
hits there. That
All-Stars.
was a bit of a high one by Antonov, who's...
You've got to think, first couple of minutes key here for the All-Stars. Don't do anything daft, just play
Ivan
your game.
Antonov is certainly looking for... I'm not sure that was a shot on goal, if it counts as a shot on goal, but International All-Stars at least getting into the zone. I want to be careful there, because that was almost a too many penalty, but they...
Good to get that first shift in there early, though. Good, nice quick line change, get everyone a shift nice and quickly.
Yeah, this will be interesting. This is the All Blues line.
Be interesting to see whether or not the only people blue at the end of this are GB or not.
GB are taking an awfully long shift, and the pressure that Lackham's putting on Antonov here, and he's lost his stick along the boards.
Obviously, unfortunately,
he still managed to win the puck, though. What a play!
We didn't get to see Lackham in the playoff game last week, unfortunately.
I'm glad he retired for rested him.
Oh, that's a great hit.
Great hit by Chase McCarthy, and that's not the game he's known for necessarily. But I think Hauger's getting a trip for behind the net. I'm not sure he actually knew anything about it because he wasn't looking at the player. 24 back. That's a big call early in this game.
Yeah, it's going to
test the mettle of this International All-Stars team.
Going to give GBU a chance early on. Let's have a look at this one again, Rambo.
It's an indication that Chase McCarthy is not going to take any nonsense from anybody.
I'm sure it's coming up just here.
Chase McCarthy in for the draw with Vlad Volkanovs. Now this is something they won't have had time to figure out what they were going to do as a penalty kill. Bert Richetti covers it up.
Fortunately,
first shot and goal.
Fortunately, Bert Ricchetti's only going to concentrate on one thing. He's only got to figure one thing out.
it's sometimes figuring him out that's the problem, but we'll see. I mean, there's stacks of talent in this GBU team.
It is indeed, and that's something that we did say in terms of it's going to be hard. They're going to have 3 different goalies to try and work out, 3 very different styles as well that we've talked about.
Yeah, but also, I mean, for the goalie's point of view, they've got waves of GB attack to deal with, and then again another big check coming in.
James straight off the bench. He's a big boy.
Yeah, he's a big fella, Greg James. Ronski is defending there. Berkey covers that up, Riquetti.
Over 100 watching.
Already, I mean, it's early days. Normally it takes a bit of time for people, for the word to get out there, but people have been looking forward to this one.
Remember, guys, if you're at home, multiple devices, share it around, get your friends involved. Just can't be kept in the zone by Captain Cook.
A smart play by Greg James.
There's plenty of wheels in an old Captain Cook joke.
Oh. Maybe that's why they set us up.
Exactly, someone's done us a good one there.
Matt Bradbury is, if you listen to his interview, you can tell he's at one with the media. You maybe thought of that already.
Here is Cook.
Greg James likes to throw the body late. Not late, but likes to follow up on the body anyway. Cook's got it out there. Kaznik down his level best, gets some puck and it couldn't quite get out of the zone. Here's Ivan Antonov. Johnson couldn't.
Just can't find Johnson.
Yeah. Back it goes to Antonov. It goes back to Johnson. Johnson shoots. Bert Riquetti. He is not going to let you score those ones.
Exactly, and he's good confidence there. Look how far he is out of the net. He's out there, out on the angle. Just gives a shooter absolutely nothing. And the other good thing we talked about is a little bit of an unknown for the All-Stars, the penalty kill, but well boxed out, and they gave Riquetti a great chance to see that puck.
One thing, if you listen to the podcast earlier in the year, Mike Solossi said was he knew that we had a bunch of different guys that they could put out in a bunch of different situations, and they know what to do. So that's evident right off the bat there. Jakowskis is out on the penalty kill with Campbell. Maybe something they worked on earlier on.
Now here we go. Here's Campbell.
Oh, and that's okay because there's no icing, of course. And that penalty is killed by the All-Stars. That's a good test right at the start of this game.
Exactly, and potentially a little bit of a nerve settler as well in terms of come through that big test. Is Canerva. Out from around the back of the net.
Look at the speedy gathers coming out there.
Oh, nice wheels. He's got the beating of GBU here. It's Canerva down the wing.
Canerva, he can't find anyone. Oh, Thompson.
So unlucky.
Just unlucky.
Here's Zimmerman. He's got to play around the back of the net if he needs it.
One guy I'm really glad to see playing tonight is Carl Zimmerman.
Yeah, he's whoa! And Sellers takes that big hit. It's going to be a power play. Yeah, but back to what we were saying, he's done some hard miles in Division 2 to earn this.
Yeah. First chance to see the International All-Stars power play. Thomas Parkinson taking a penalty there.
Can Parkinson himself in the box?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, let's see what the respective power plays and penalty kills have got on the flip side.
It's a good face-off win to take that, take any chance of an early shot off.
Oh, that's nice though.
And Ronski's getting held a bit there.
Interference in some people's books. Now here's Zimmerman. Nice pass. Lacombe certainly showing.
Oh, and Nanji almost wipes out Hayden Hunter there.
No effects in the corner there from his upper body injury that we did see in Switzerland. Oh, it's a bad turnover though. Chance. Oh, Riquetti's equal to.
Oh, it's still there. He probably got a bit of a gift from the referee there.
As indeed.
Vlad Volkanov's playing number 26 tonight. For anyone asking. Oh, that took a wicked deflection there, but Nanji gets back for it, and Hauger now's behind the net. I tell you what, this is not one of these sort of typical All-Star games. There's hits being thrown around here.
Oh.
Berkey covers it up again, and Vasili's going dancing in the middle of the ice with Jackson Price.
It's a good aggressive penalty kill by GB.
Yeah.
No easy ice, no easy breakouts. Straight away, straight hard in there.
Oh, but 2 for 1 there from the St Andrews boys behind the net. All 4 St Andrews players that are in this game are out in ice just now. Oh, that took a horrible kick off some kind of stanchion there and went out in front.
Here's Hauger.
Hauger back to Owen McCarthy.
Oh, but that's nice.
Going to be too cute,
Thompson
of course.
shoots.
Thompson shoots. It's still live. Vlad Volkanovs. Latvian junior internationalist, of course. Here's Chase McCarthy looking for an option. Gives it. Oh! First goal of the All-Stars! Nick Hauger from Chase McCarthy and Vlad Volkanovs. And what a line we talked about at the top of the show.
And we did, and we talked about the impact of Volkanovs and his playmaking ability, and that's where that goal comes from. Combined with 2 offensive talents there and good domination down low, and they make them pay the price.
Let's see how GBU respond, because they're going to come out with a fast shift right after this.
I was going to say, you got to expect a response here from GB.
Oh! That puck was live there, but a little bit of early whistle from the referee.
And here we go, here's GB.
Alex Samford tries to play the cross-crease pass, but it goes to no one. Antonov, of course, well in. Oh, and... Okay. Ronski. Oh, and that's...
Oh, I'll do, though. I'll do.
That was lucky there in some sense.
Hey, and the other thing you got to say, like, 2 international coaches not afraid of matchups here. You got 4th line out there against GBU's 1st line.
Yep.
Oh, good turn out the corner.
I don't think they're different lines. I think it's 1A, 1B, 1C, and 1D right now.
And the other thing is, what a confidence boost that's going to be for the All-Stars.
The first goal is key.
Oh, what a play there by Nanji on the seat of his pants. GB's going to have to go back for this.
No icing called.
Metcalf up the wing.
Campbell collects it, tries to get it in front, but...
Here's Antonov.
Antonov rims it round.
Whoa!
Nanji puts it in front.
And Canerva, for the smallest guy on the ice, is going to get a hit from behind penalty.
Oh no, he's getting. I think it's cross-checking he's giving him. And there's the replay of the goal, as you can see there. Just beautiful play behind the net.
Boom.
Chase McCarthy, what a move. Gives it to Hauger. The goalie has no idea where that pass is going, and then Hauger buries it. Those two, as I say, are almost in sync with each other now, having played together for so many years. And what a bonus for the International All-Stars to have those two to play together.
Here's Nanji.
The penalty kill here of 2 Cambridge Blues up front. Nanji and Vasily.
Penalty to the All-Stars team, number 88.
126 watching. So, can GBU respond?
The thing is about GBU earlier on in their power play earlier on was they managed to create a couple of shots, but not any wicked chances. And now They've got to try and find something special to beat Ricchetty, of course.
Lucky to get away with without giving away a penalty there.
Tell you what, this is maybe not the strongest penalty kill that IAS have had. They look a bit of 6s and 7s, but they're doing enough. But I'm not sure that this is they're going to be able to hold out doing this for much longer. Puck round behind the net.
Just got to come to James Scott at the top here. Here he is. Shoots that through.
Well done by Vaselli, but
that'll do right now. Anywhere will do.
That could have stung a little bit for Vaselli. You get 2 forwards on in Lackham and Hauger. Interesting combo. Those 2 won't have played together much.
Got to have a
well blocked by Nanji.
It's Charnock.
Nanji and then Vaselli
Johnson
breathing hard. Good save again by Ricchetty to keep it, and he keeps the rebounds. He controls them.
These 2D need a change.
Oh, absolutely.
Badly.
If they can get that, but the problem is, whilst GBU have not maybe scored, they've held the puck in this zone for so
Here's
long.
Liam Charnock.
Just wearing this team down.
Captain Cook.
Excellent power play, but not any scoring in it. Over half the first period played. Oh, that hit someone's backside.
That's Vaselli.
Nanji now. I think normally Nanji would rush with that in that situation, but he's absolutely out of gas. Hauger picks up off Canerva. Christian Johnston. McCarthy.
I was about to say,
added this physical game.
I was about to say, Hauger wasn't interested in the hit until McCarthy came.
No. I mean, Hauger can throw. He's a big body. Hauger. He's a strong player.
Oh, Volkanov's all unlucky there.
This is Luke Thompson. Look at that! Look at that escape.
A smart play
He's
by
another
McCarthy.
special player on this IAS team. Oh, I thought there might have been a collision
Here's
there.
Volkanov's. Yeah, I'll tell you something.
Oh,
Vlad
Gregor James lost a wheel there.
Tell you something. Vlad Volkanovs was good last week. I think we said, how many more gears had he got?
Oh my word!
I think we said how many more gears had he got in his locker. I think we're beginning to tune up the band.
Vlad Volkanovs. Okay, Vlad Volkanovs.
Here's Gregor James. Ooh.
Here comes Solomon Smith. He is one of the players that does play in the BIHA, Solomon Smith, for the Bears. The puck just dumped in. Groombaum does really well under a lot of pressure.
Play.
Oh, and Thompson gets a fist in the face for his troubles. Canerva now in the forecheck. Just pushing them out. Still got Jakowskis out there with Quentin Campbell and Canerva now. Ronski's going round behind. Zimmerman's minding the front of the net. Good block by Quentin Campbell.
You can feel that one, Base Canerva.
We talked about him being a bit of a
defensive-minded
player, and Canerva with some mad skills there. This is a treat to watch.
Canerva. Oh, good bad turnover.
Oh, and it's a 2-on-1 now. Break the other way.
Chance.
Alex White.
Shoot.
Oh, good save.
Oh, double save by Ricchetty.
How did he find that? Cameron Pywell for the first shot, and then the rebound. Bert Ricchetty lays out and makes an excellent save.
I think we're going to get a replay of that sweet move by Volkanovs before.
Yeah, here it comes. Watch. He wins the puck.
Taxi.
Boom, boom. Number 19 Solomon Smith there might be seeing that in his nightmares, that move.
The other thing is, you're normally looking at these all-star goalies having to stand on their head for 60 minutes. You're asking them to condense that amount of talent into 20 minutes. Ricchetti's got another 7 minutes to last here.
It's possibly a good thing considering that the three goalies are all in the same group tomorrow as well. in the Tier 1 Nationals, we get to see them again. Vaselli tries to push it wide, but on here we go. Here's half a break now. Alex Samford again. Samford, there's nobody there. They're running it. They're finding very little options going into the zone, despite the fact that you'd think the International All-Stars would be all about attack. They're setting up reasonably well defensively and taking away options. Chase McCarthy's back on this. Wonder if he's going headhunting again. Who's he looking for now? Oh! He might be cruising for a bruising at some point if he keeps this play up, but it's a lot of fun to watch while it's still happening.
It is indeed. We're going to get an icing.
And we're getting our first icing of the game. It's a pretty stacked International All-Stars bench as well, with Kali Usitalo, Mike Solossi, and Kali's teammate. I can't remember his name right now, unfortunately, but three cool heads under pressure on there that played in big games in the BHA as well. Just getting stuff back together for the goaltender, who's basically I don't think he's the one who's been undressed by this International All-Star team, but unfortunately he's having to redress right now. So that's what the delay is. We're getting a good view of that on the back cam there. So, folks, here we're still waiting for the goaltender there. We want to make sure he's got all his equipment in place properly. But tell you what, Nick, this game was set up so GBU would have a test, and a test they
certainly
found.
getting that.
Yeah.
Got to remember though, for GB, this is the start of the cycle. It's the first period that they'll play together. It's a building block, and we'll see where they go from here.
Yeah. Here's the face-off for Hauger. Wins it back to Vlad Volkanovs. Puck dumped in. Tom Relf after it. Tom Relf puts it in behind.
Johnson
now.
Got to think, GB just need to up the intensity a little.
Oh, there's two of them going here. McCarthy's getting involved in everything tonight. He's a very chipper chap. He loves to chirp away. And he'll be loving this, because if he can get the edge on someone vocally and any points at the scoreboard, for good measure.
So it's Jackson Price going to the box for GB.
Jackson Price with Luke Thompson. Still talking to each other there. There could be an international incident, Nick.
Let's get Switzerland involved.
Kaznik throwing out the draw there. Jakowskis comes in. Put back to the point. Johnson plays it down low. 4-on-4. This will be interesting. With a lot of the speed and pace on this ice.
Oh, chance. Oh.
Good dive there for a second, but he's lost it. Ricketti's watching and watching. Ronski, of course, loves to use the body. Puck goes right across, shot. Ricketti keeps it. Oh, no. And Zimmerman thinks, I'll just give that back to Ricketti.
Probably the right idea.
Ricketti covers up, and let's see what they've got now. They've got Greg James with Anthony Seles, Nanji and Vaselli, that top D pairing, or 1A D pairing, as we called them earlier on. And the draw, Greg James with a great face-off win. I do believe Greg James is dual national, so it could be an interesting thing for the coach to look and see if he needs a defensive forward like this, if he's someone that might fit in with his squad. I could, of course, be talking absolute nonsense, but I'm pretty sure he is dual national. Oh, and that's a terrible giveaway. Anthony Sellis now shoots on goal, or not on goal. Oh, and that goes right across.
And if Gregor James find the handle on that.
Yeah, Gregor James that would have been Christmas if that landed in his stick. Vaselli with an excellent defensive play. And then Nanji makes a pass to James, and that's the first time I've ever seen James knocked over. Canerva, I tell you what, Canerva will gladly engage in the physical battle. Oh, and that puck's out in front. Groombaum does the right thing, just gets it back in the zone. We've got Groombaum and Ronski together because Thompson's
Scott
in
looks
the box.
one way, sees Gregor James one way, Canerva the other. Go Canerva's way. Oh.
I'm not quite sure how he fell over there. Might need a tyre change in between periods, but here's Groombaum. Groombaum to Campbell. Some speed, Campbell. Oh, and that goes miles wide though. Berenek manages to hold his own, gets checked at the same time. Berenek will happily ride a hit.
GB really causing some issues off the rush. Well, really having some issues dealing with the All-Stars on the rush.
And the All-Stars are feeling themselves right now. They've got their tails up. They think they've got GB on the ropes here. Groombaum. Round it goes.
It's Jackson Price. Out there with Thomas Parkinson.
Berenek, he does the right thing, gets it out. We've got Groombaum and Nanji on the ice, normally playing against each other. Big rivals, of course, Edinburgh and St Andrews.
Just helped
nice play by Willsby.
Another big body.
Oh, can't quite get it to McCarthy, but Lackham and him are both after Solomon Smith, who dumps up the board, and is lucky probably McCarthy didn't get a hold of it, because McCarthy will not back down. Willsby dumps it in, but that's picked up by Antonov. Antonov definitely looks a handy player.
Chance for a 2-on-1. If we can feed McCarthy in front.
Oh! Hauger shoots again. Oh, looking for number 2, and he was quite close. Solomon Smith, good hands to get out the zone from Solomon Smith.
Good outlet
pass
as well.
Makes an excellent pass. Goes in the rush. Vlad Volkan also right back through the zone to tie him up.
Two-way player.
There's nobody in this team slouching. There's nobody thinking about tomorrow's tournament in this IAS team. They are thinking about putting it on the line and taking it to Team GBU.
Near is Volkanovs. Backhand, good control into the zone. Down the corner.
Nice moves by Volkanovs again. Look at his strength. And 3 in the crease called on Jakauskis. .143 left in this tilt. Oh, sorry, not in this tilt, in this period. It's felt like a full tilt with the amount that's been going on. Cameron Pywell now on the puck. Oh, nice move by Powell, but
Thompson. Lindley going to the net in front.
Thompson definitely an experienced campaigner. I'm just joined the team this year, I believe, but definitely got experience from somewhere playing high up in spades. The clock ticks down, 70 seconds left in this period.
Here's Cook.
Here's Cook. Nice escape. that was a bit cheeky there, but it worked for him. Oh, Campbell almost collects it. Kajnik loses the handle on it. Now he's got it. Tries to dump it in, but Pywell's having a pretty good game for GB. Puck round behind to Christian Johnson, and this is what I'm talking about, that transition. Look at that corner escape from Christian Johnson. Excellent edges there to get out the corner.
A nice pass. Here's Ronski.
Oh, and that's up to the point, but not quite there. Canerva comes in for the puck. I'm sure IAS would gladly take this down and go in with a 1-0 lead. And Anthony Sellis may have done, oh, and that's out.
And that's going to run out time in the period.
Probably should run out the time, yeah, and that's us for this period. What a period to look back on. Woo. We had perhaps more body contact than we expected from the two teams.
Certainly
we had some chirping.
Feeling out process.
And we had a nice finish for the first goal of the game.
Did indeed.
And Bert Crocetti can go off and say, I started the first International All-Stars GBU men's game and I let in no goals. So that's a good start for him.
Can indeed. Good start to his weekend.
Mark Stevens, I believe the intermission is 15 minutes long. And there will be some interviews and stuff, but of course if you want to take a breather, then by all means you're welcome to do so, and come back in around 15 minutes time and we'll be back with you for another period, this time seeing what Team GBU can produce against Roman Terrain in goals.
Exactly.
And so that's Bert Crocetti going off the ice here, all smiles. 7 shots from Bert Crocetti and not any goals conceded. That's not too shabby.
Some power play chances in there as well, and certainly GB on the first one shooting from the perimeter. The second and third one just looked, well, the second one just looked pretty. There was no finished product.
That's not the official shot count as well. We do have goal judges this weekend for this matchup, and there will be an official shot count added at a later date. And this is just our unofficial shot count from up here, so it could be slightly more or slightly less, but I think he had at least 7 shots.
He
7 decent saves, especially that scramble when they were on the power play, penalty kill, sorry. So we'll take a brief intermission, and we will be back shortly with an interview with Anthony Sellis. Hi, and I'm joined in between periods here with Anthony Sellez, the captain of the International All-Stars team. How are you feeling that first period went for you guys?
I think that period went really well for us. You know, we started out hard. We got our game plan down. I think we did quite well.
And of course, first and only goal of this game so far, scored by Nick Hauger, assisted by Chase McCarthy. Is that the first and only time you might celebrate a goal by those two?
Well, I actually told Chase that it was really, you know, it was like probably the best time to be on that side of that goal, you know, compared to all those Wookiee games that we've had.
Yeah, you'd have known what a tough customer he was before the game started. What are you guys looking to do now? You think GBU will bounce back, so how are you going to respond to that?
Well, I'm pretty sure their coach probably isn't very happy with them after that period. So they're going to come out hard, but we're going to be prepared. We're just going to play our game and, you know, just take it to them.
Yeah, and they've just faced Ricchetti. They've now got to spend the next period figuring out Roman terrain. Do you think that'll be a tough ask for them?
I think so. We have some great goalies on our team, and I guess Team GBU is also going to have a fresh goalie out there, so it's going to be for us to figure him out as well.
And what's the mood in the dressing room like? Are guys thinking about tomorrow, or is it all about the here and now for the guys?
It's all about here and now. You know, it's a pretty special game today, so I think everyone's got their heads in the game.
All right, thanks very much for your time, Tony, and good luck for the rest of the game.
Thank you.
We are back here as the time counts down on the warm-up counter, getting ready for period number 2 of this game. Some nice comments coming in. Eva Harrison saying, "Oh my God, this game is something." Well, it certainly is something. Mark Stevens saying, "Completely slipped my mind who you are." Oh, it's a nice try, guys. Sorry, I thought we were speaking to us. And yeah, this looks like it could be a game for the ages. James Cassidy with the comment perhaps in the century suggesting this is how the Brexit debate should have been settled, but it certainly might have been a bit more decisive than the actual vote. But I tell you what, it would have been a lot more fun. And both teams are waiting. We've got Andy Miller on shoulder cam. We picked perhaps the scrawniest individual to operate the shoulder cam we could have, but ever the consummate professional. Yeah. And here he's looking into the IAS team getting ready to come out. Roman Terrain going to lead them out. Well, GBU wanted the game, and be careful what you wish for, because we've got ourselves the game. Roman Terrain there with Jatkowskis behind him. As you can see, that some of the players decided they wanted to their jersey to keep, and I think you never know if you're going to be back here in this game again or invited back to be a two-time international all-star. So, you know, why not get your jersey to keep? Roman Terrain, the one French participant in this game.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome players back onto the ice for the start of tonight's second period.
More of a test for international all-stars is because they'll not have played with each other in a long change situation, which is more difficult for those of you who don't know what the long change is. It's when you, in the second period, you have further to go to your bench, and Nick, you'll know all too well that can prove a difficulty sometimes if you're a little bit not sure of each other.
Yeah, it can do, and it's certainly going to be tricky. Always a chance for a couple too many men penalties, and you're going to get guys out there potentially can't get back to the bench on. We saw a little bit of domination by both teams in different aspects in terms of different parts of the game there. If they can pen them in and try and wear guys down, if you can try and sneak a couple of guys off and get a change and get a fresh line out there against a line that you've penned in, two quality teams like this are going to be looking to try and capitalise on a chance like that.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see where it goes from here. We're looking forward to what is going to be another great period in what has been so far a real spectacle. And I tell you what, it's not the biggest crowd in the world that Sheffield has ever seen, but I tell you what, next year, if this game keeps up like it is, it's going to be a bigger crowd.
It is indeed.
I mean, earlier on we had the women's game, and that was a good game. Not quite as close in contest, but we're looking at something special right here. Here's Nanji on the puck.
There we go. There's those. There's the wheels we were talking about. Ooh, not the easiest introduction into action.
So there you. Both teams have changed their goalies. Oh,
chance for
chance
GB.
in front. Good save, but that'll be a good one for Terrain to get some
little bit of confidence out of that first
here.
shot.
We think it's Tom Croyle that's in net. We're not in. No, Adam Long that's in net, rather. But we're not 100% sure because they have switched jerseys around in the goaltending department for GBU.
Oh, chance out in front.
It's not been one of these games where IAS have hit them on the break and they've been lucky. They've had zone time.
They have indeed.
Streak and shoots.
It's
good save by Roman Terrain. Okay, yeah.
Sorry about that.
Here comes it. Pass it in front.
Oh,
good defensive play by Sebastian Grunbaum.
Grunbaum Willsby, one of the two.
He puts the body on the line with a block there.
Certainly you say straight away, GB coming out with more of a purpose.
Now GB looking a little bit more composed. Oh, and that one sails wide. Roman Terrain, the poor guy is having to deal with this resurgence for GBU. Groombomb pushes him against the barrier. Jackson Price and Groombomb, or sorry, Cameron Pywell, my mistake, and Groombomb along the barrier. There's a penalty coming, and I believe it's for Sebastian Groombomb, and I think it's 2 minutes for slashing. Yeah, so after that early pressure where GBU looked to be turning things around, Nick, we're going to see a power play. Here we go. Here's Nick Hauger taking the draw. He's got Chase McCarthy. And Chase does kill penalties with so these two guys do kill penalties with St Andrews, but a lot of the time it's Chase that's getting them.
Now here we go.
Yeah, and Ronski and Zimmerman in the D.
Here's Charnock in the corner.
Well, nice play by Chase McCarthy to put them offside.
Scott can't keep that in.
Christian Johnson, Antonov plays it back to Chris Cook. Chris Cook looks up, gives it across to to Antonov, sorry. McCarthy comes in the zone. Gives him a little shove. Antonov back to the point to Johnson. Johnson shoots.
Shoots. Oh, good
save.
save.
Save by Terrain. I bet you wish he could have held it though, and he holds that one though. Yep. Oh, and McCarthy pushing the GBU captain Chris Cook as he goes off. I don't know if the camera picked it up, but McCarthy is trying to get his name in and about there.
They're certainly going to remember who number 81 was in one way or another. Now here's GB establishing the zone again, trying to get this power play set up.
A nice box from the IAS, but oh, and Cameron Pywell almost scores it. You can tell that GB are taking this seriously because they're not rolling their lines just 1, 2, 3, 4. They are line matching and trying their best to get the best guys out there in this power play.
So we play to the side. Here's Ralph.
Nice move by Ralph to get out. Good carrier of the puck. Pywell can't hold on, and that hits the netting off a stick.
Go out.
Yeah, Team GB goalie is Matt Croyle. Matt Croyle, ladies and gentlemen, it's been confirmed by Simon Hopkins, is who we originally suspected was in goals, but there was some debate up in the technical area about who it was, but we've got to the bottom of it now. And Ivan Antonov in for the draw here.
Good win.
Good solid win. Christian Johnson down the wide. Oh, and it goes way into the corner. It's rolling now. Croyles stops it for him. Antonov, nice drop pass to Johnson. That's a good transitional
play. That's a good play.
And that's taken Thompson right out of the play.
Charnock.
Quentin Campbell getting right in about them at the back end.
Johnson. Back to Johnson.
Comes back to Johnson. Johnson shoots. Oh, that's up in the air. Oh, and International All-Stars lucky to get away with one there.
But here we go, they got a chance going the other way, 2 on 2.
2 on 2, Groombomb out in the rush. Kaznik shoots it. Woo. And I think that hit the goalie right in the coop in, but oh, it did, yeah, he's checking his helmet. Every dent in your helmet is just a moment of pride, I believe, as a goaltender. Something you should be happy with. Something you can tell the ladies about, or the men, whatever way you bat, and just say, look what I did for the good of my team. Quentin Campbell in the draw here. That's at top line 1A. Campbell, Canerva, and Anthony Seles. Seles gives a little shove. Nanji comes in, showing his physical attributes. Puck goes deep into the GBU end. It's dumped round. And that's played out, and Sellers has got it, but his team are offside, unfortunately, for his point of view. And when it comes,
Samford
blew a tyre there.
Changing lines here. Samford's normally been out with that top line, so
yeah, maybe a bit of a change there. There seems to be a different approach from the GBU coach. Anthony Sellers will go out there. He'll block shots no matter what, even when he's concussed. He showed that in the Wiki game. Alan Nanji comes out, and then puck's dumped out the zone. Icing is put on, and IAS Mens are going to have to suffer a bit longer and not get a line change. So they're going to have to work hard to get this, gain the red line, get out of the zone.
And they lost the draw.
Solomon Smith, nice play along the boards. Lewis Colvin, good moves by him. Lewis Colvin shoots, oh, and that goes wide. To say Roman Terrain, small in stature, but you can see how he plays out the top of his crease. He's quite aggressive, makes himself big in there.
It's Donald Campbell.
Donald Campbell, yeah, back Smith. To Donald Campbell from Solomon Smith. Lackham can't quite get in there. Willsby.
It's Colvin.
Thompson, he's a small guy as well, but he's quite happy to mix it up. Puck back to Donald Campbell.
Blues Brothers just can't connect there.
Back it goes to Groombaum. Groombaum now plays it round to Thompson. Thompson, smart move by Thompson, using the air to get it out. Lackham picks it up. Oh, and offside, the Blues line goal.
It's all right, they'll
still taking away each other's scoring chances even when they're on the same team, Nick. And here's this is the line that GBU will not be looking forward to facing again. Hauger just dumps
throw that one in. It's going to follow Smith into the corner.
Groombaum plays it off the wall. Vlad's Volkanov just tips it back in. Solomon Smith round behind the net. Solomon Smith. Oh, McCarthy! Whoa. Oh, that could have ended in tears. But McCarthy just misses Solomon Smith enough. Smith lost his glove though. Hauger's got it. Shot! Oh, and Croyle kicks it away. Groombaum does enough to keep it in the zone, but now he's given up a 2v1 by stumbling about.
Oh, chance!
Chance, breakaway! Oh, and there we go! First goal for GBU. Jordan Liddell with an excellent finish against Roman Terrain.
Not much Terrain could do about that. Just find himself in alone. Off that 2-on-1, nice feed, nice finish.
Yeah, unfortunately a bit of a bad time to pinch. And that left the odd man rush and led to that goal. Face off now. Greg James loses it to Ivan Antonov.
Definite line change from GB.
Yeah, definitely looking to find something else, which they seem to have found in some respect. Ruskin, Springer, Hughes now on that line. Oh no, that's a bad giveaway. Goes to Liam Charnock. Charnock zips round the back of the net, stops.
Nice move.
Goal scored by number 23, Jordan Heidel, and assisted by number 8, Thomas Parkinson. Goal time at 27 minutes and 8 seconds.
And there's a face-off now deep in the International All-Stars end.
So the thing, the All-Stars just need a couple of minutes here, just regroup, reset.
Need to, as I say, need to remember that they've got no pressure on them really. Whatever happens here is, I mean, the fact they've been in it for so long is not what everybody expected. A lot of the hockey pundits out there in Britain thought this was going to be a bit of a whitewash. A lot of these guys playing league hockey, playing 50 to 60 games a year. and you know, fitness will be a factor.
Oh,
and Terrain had lost the sight of that.
Great little chance out on the short
Cook's
side.
got it, but now Tony goes round Cook. Tony just puts it on net, a weak shot, but at least forces a save.
More importantly, he forces a turnover again.
Vesely across it goes to, and almost the perfect pass from Berenek, but not quite. Celis has got it and dumps it in the ice. It dumps it in the zone, sorry, and that offside will stay because none of them, they're changing where they're offside.
On the stretch pass, just couldn't find White there.
Oh, and as I say, Willsby, etc., they will not be afraid to bang bodies. Oh, and the puck comes. Oh, he loses hand of it, Pywell. Back to Christian Johnson. Christian Johnson just puts it in deep. Thompson reacts to it, though. Having to go round Roy Hamilton. Here comes Christian. Oh, I thought Thompson was going to lay him out, but it's to Chris Cook. Chris Cook. Shot.
Chance.
Good save by Roman Terrain. Stays big. Those sorts of shots are bread and butter for Roman Terrain. Just over 10 minutes left in this game, in this period, sorry. I keep getting very excited, Nick, and thinking this is all over.
You got Jackson Price out there.
Face off. That's St Andrews and Volkanov's line out there. Chase McCarthy's after it. Oh, Chase McCarthy quite good. Then shoves his man for good measure. Zimmerman, nice move by him. Ronski. Oh, Ronski can't get it across. GBU offside, and that should really go all the way. I mean, the GBU player leading a hit there. You're going to do that when you're miles offside. It really should go all the way, but the linesmen are content to just allow it to be a normal offside.
Gus Zimmerman just making that point there.
Yeah.
McCarthy making friends again.
Well, McCarthy and McCarthy and Thomas Parkinson having words with each other.
Careful what you bargain for.
Oh, this is, I tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart. And McCarthy making friends and influencing people in all the wrong ways.
To say he's under their skin might be the biggest understatement of the day. I think it'd help for GB if they spent a little less time concentrating on what Chase McCarthy is saying and doing.
Well, I tell you, there's one thing for GB, at least they got rid of him for 2 minutes. No matter what happens here, Chase McCarthy is in the box for 2 minutes because it's 4-on-4. And this gives them a bit more ice to work with people like Anthony. Oh, and well, mind you, it also gives more ice for Vlad Volkanovs to work with.
Chance.
Oh, Vlad Volkanovs, I thought he had scored there, but Zimmerman, what a play by him.
Zimmerman, what's he doing up there?
This is Gus Zimmerman's show. He's like Bugs Bunny, we know this. Gus Zimmerman's all over the ice.
Yeah, but he's actually got friends this week rather than like 3 teammates.
Yeah, this will be unbelievable stuff for him. I mean, this is like a normal Nationals game for him. He plays like 30 minutes anyway.
Here's Zimmerman. Oh, nice little play. Here's Volkanovs.
What speed by Volkanovs. GBU player waves at him as he goes. Oh, Vlad Volkanovs with another excellent move. Plays it out to Vesely. Vesely shoots. Oh, big save by the goaltender. Hauger puts it in front. He's blocked wide by Tom Relf again. Tom Relf's actually he's doing well marshalling this back there. He steps in the zone. And Vesely does well to knock the puck away. And that puck's dumped away down nice. That's a bad pass from GBU. Lucas Zimmerman asking how Gus has been playing. I would say pretty lights out, Nick.
He is indeed.
He's been playing like Gus Zimmerman, which is pretty good. It's Ivan Antonov. Ivan Antonov puts it. Oh, and Nanji can't quite corral it. Alex White in front. Antonov. Oh, good finish by Ivan Antonov from Alex White.
And that's the guy we were told to look out for. And 4-on-4, he just has that little bit more extra space.
Yeah, Chase McCarthy might want to mind his P's and Q's now. That is an excellent finish with a cross-crease pass, and then Roman Tierney would have been equal to any shot, but he gets pulled back across. That's good patience from Ivan Antonov with that finish. First goal for GBU was scored by Jordan Lido. That brought him back into it, and then the next goal scored by Ivan Antonov to take the lead. Solomon Smith has the puck. One thing you've got to give them the message on the International All-Stars bench is do not capitulate. It's fine. You're still well in this game. Kauskas has it now. Short ball, so told you, watch him. Hayden Hunter's on the beers tonight as he drops to the ice. And here comes Chase McCarthy against Solomon Smith. Solomon Smith actually hooks him there. That offside is called, and I'm not sure that was close.
I think Thompson's gone to the box.
Thompson, we're sorry if you heard any unsavoury language there. I think he's receiving the full 10 minutes, I think. Linesman called the offside, and they weren't pleased about the offside, nor were they pleased about the fact that they felt that Solomon Smith's actually hooked Chase McCarthy, which might have been the case somewhat, but the referees thought they were letting it go. And there's no point arguing with the referees in these situations. Anyway, here we come again. GBU now playing. It's still 5-on-5 because it was a 10-minute penalty, but now they're playing without one of their top defensemen, and that means they're going to have to rotate 5.
Here's Sellers. Chip that one in.
Tell you, the St Andrews boys are creating a lot of chances, but they're also causing a little bit of problems at the moment with the route to the penalty box. And you know, the refs don't always get it right, but sometimes you draw the ire of the referee, and that's what happened there.
Sellers
there. I think that perhaps was more offside than Chase McCarthy's one, but anyway. Here's Vasily. Oh, Vasily leaves it somehow and tries to go through the man. The goalie just gloves it. So that's Croyle making a save for GBU.
Is indeed.
Face off now in the zone.
6:40 to go.
Willsby
just leans in.
Yeah, I wouldn't want Willsby leaning on me.
Ralph playing it round the board,
big hit along the boards there. Referee's calling boarding on it. Well, I think that was one you might not see called all the time, but Lackham's going to the box for it, and now it's a penalty kill for IAS. Puck across. Chris Cook shoots. Oh, and that goes over the bar. Chris Cook got a howitzer there and a good cannon. Christian Johnson back down.
Charnock
back to Ivan Antonov. I want to watch. He's back out to Johnson. Johnson shoots. Oh, well played by Nanji on
Antonov.
Well,
here we go again.
There.
GB rotating round well on this power play. Couple of different looks. This is the look they want though. Shoots
Oh,
and
and
scores.
that finds its way through. Not sure if that was tipped by by a GBU player or just
I
went
think
straight
that one
in.
might be tipped by Alan Nanji, to be fair.
Maybe get a better look at it from the back cam.
Yeah, I think
it
that's
was
Alan Nanji on the
if
way
it
through.
took any hit, it was off Alan Nanji. And that unfortunately puts IAS in a hole.
It does indeed.
Hauger, MacArthur and Volkanov's now come on, and they need to respond, because in some respects a bit of chirping is perhaps what's got them into this mess. Here's McCarthy. McCarthy still playing physical, which is good to see. He's not going to avoid that. Now, what I don't understand about one of the rules of ice hockey, Nick, is you saw the GBU player firing the stick back across to his own teammate, but if you hit a stick out your way as a player on the opposite team, then that becomes a misconduct. So
yep.
You should think it should be called both ways.
Should be.
Here comes Vlad Volkanovs. What can he do with it? No, Vlad Volkanovs broken up there. The referee carrying the stick now, which is strange.
Oh, nice play.
Nice play by Grunbaum. McCarthy. Oh, and that's a big hit. And here's Cameron Pywell, who's been a lively player. But Grunbaum somehow upends him. Not sure it was a standard hip check, but it worked, whatever it was. Oh, thought Hauger was going to go in for the big hit there, but
nope.
Hauger not quite as bloodthirsty as Chase McCarthy, perhaps.
Well, certainly a
And
case
the
that
love is coming from Aberdeen, as we know that Christian Johnson scored that goal.
Certainly is a case that Chase McCarthy is going to leave his impression on the game, whether or not it's on the score sheet or on someone else. Quite literally, a Chase McCarthy-shaped hole.
And face-off won there by GBU's
Jackson
Price. Alan
Nanji
Nanji to Jakowskis.
That's a nice play.
Kajnik.
Drop
back
pass.
to Czech. Oh my word! Oh, I'm not sure the goalie would have stopped that if that had been on target. That was an excellent shot. That should be a misconduct. Kajnik's going to the box, and he is not happy about it. And I think the referee's missed one there because our player banging a stick away as well. But IAS getting emotional now. They need to reel it in. So Canerva and Campbell come out to kill this penalty with Vaselli and Grunbaum.
I think if they can get there, this period break might come at the right time for IAS.
Oh, definitely.
Just need to get in that room, calm down.
They need to try and kill this one off. They've been in trouble the last couple of power plays. They've been on the goals have been two when they've had 4 on the ice, 1 4-on-4, 1 power play marker for GBU. It's a bit of shooting practice if they can find it. Oh, Grunbaum dummies it, I think.
That's part an elaborate ruse.
Yeah, and Ruskin Springer Hughes tries to make a pass across.
Is Cook. Charnock. Johnson. Antonov. Johnson. Cook. Chance. Oh! Right in the coupon. Good puck movement by GB.
I missed that there. Andy Miller just giving me some information about the period break, and but I can see from the look on Roman Terrain's face as he takes his mask off. He got one right in the face. Face off Willsby in the zone. Stuart Mogg wishes he still went to uni. Not surprised, Stuart. This would have been a good game. Good game for you. Nice shot back in.
There's Ralph.
Shot. Good save. Good save by Roman Terrain. He needs to find
square to Colvin's shot there.
He's really got to keep them in this till the end of this period.
And you got to say, it's not on him.
No, it's not on him, and I'm not in any way suggesting that he's put them in a hole. He's not put them in a hole. He's probably kept them out of more of a hole than they would have been in. But GBU now starting to
broken stick for Willsby.
Oh. Willsby grappling the best he can without giving a penalty away with no stick. Willing to block a shot. Good save by Terrain. Good save, second play by Terrain. There we go, excellent save
of the match.
Yeah. We've seen two. Replay coming up, watch this. Second saves. We've seen one from Ricchetти already, and then we see this one from Terrain in this period. And that's what we're talking about when we're talking about these good international goalies that we've got here.
Making us look like we know what we're talking about.
Yeah. Selly dumps out. That's a good way to start the PK off. I hope Willsby's got another stick for tomorrow. He's got a whole tournament to play.
And a third
and here
period.
comes Antonov now. He's got the wheels on now.
Oh, what a pass!
Oh,
Cook.
nice play,
Johnson.
nice zone entry. Christian Johnson, good hands. Christian Johnson round in front. He shoots again. Tries to that second shot through traffic and no! Lackham knows. He knows it's a penalty. He hit the net, and that is definitely a penalty. It's an unfortunate one. A rule that I wish we could strip away from hockey sometimes when the puck's on its edge, because, quite frankly, there's no way he meant to do that.
That wasn't on purpose at all. It's just.
But there's no leeway given, and the referees have called it correctly, but not a rule. And we don't want to see a 5-on-3. Really, we want to see these two teams going at 5-on-4.
Oh, the save by Terrain.
Oh, and he lost it, but he done well to sort of get back in position. And now the puck comes to Kajnik. Christian Johnson comes in there.
Charnock introduces him to the
Charnock introduces him to the glass, and Christian Johnson grappling him to the floor. And offside is the call, which will relieve some pressure on the International All-Stars team.
Interesting, there was no call down there in the corner. It looked eventful. Looked eventful down there in the corner.
Certainly was eventful in the corner there, and the
referee, quite rightly, left his phone in the dressing room.
Yeah,
he's missed a couple of calls.
Yeah, of course, that's the thing about four-man is that sometimes the two refs are slightly different, and you don't always get a consistency at either end.
Very true, or you get the two looking at each other thinking who's going to make the call.
Yeah.
Now, anyway, that's Charnock.
Fairness, discipline, and playing the ref is something that you need in an international level game, and GB showing a bit of the noodle here by keeping out the box, which makes it infinitely easier to win if you stay out the box.
Unless you've attended any of the Nationals tournaments for the last couple of weekends, where short-handed goals are
rife.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's Vad Volkanovs.
Oh, and he's taken down there, and again a no call, and there's shouts from the IAS bench who are not happy about that.
Ralph, swallowed by Terrain. He's got three more seconds of his outing left.
Yeah, he's done a really good job. I mean, the 3 goals, as we say, were not on him. He was screened on one of them.
And to
one
be
of them
fair,
was two really nice moves.
GB are now starting to pour it on in terms of they've definitely upped it a couple of gears, and
Yep, showing that international experience between them all. Oh, and the whistle's blown there. That gives us a second left in the period. Obviously some kind of face-off violation. Thomas Parkinson draws back there. GB quite rightly do not unleash the cannon. And so there we go, that's the teams going off. We'll have a short break for the ice cut, when Nick will be back with an interview with some of the GB players. As you can see, Andy's over there getting them going off. And they'll be happy, or happy and relieved, I would imagine, being back in this.
I would think so. They've certainly lived up to the billing a little bit more in the second period there.
I do think there's something to be said that they might feel a little bit hard done by, but you know. And but the GB, the International All Stars coaches are not too impressed, to say the least. But,
yeah, certainly when you see the penalties in that second period there in terms of the PIMs, it's got a little lopsided.
Yeah, I think that's actually incorrect. I don't think there's 26 minutes in penalties on IAS. It's just 1 10-minute.
Yeah, you got the 10 and a number of 2s in that period.
We had 16 minutes in penalties on minor penalties.
No, they were already on 6. There was 5 minors in that period. But anyway, we're going to take a short break while we nip downstairs, and Rambo's going to grab one of the GB guys, and we're going to go from there.
Yeah.
Back soon, guys.
I'm joined with GBU men's captain Chris Cook. Managed to turn it around in that period. How are you feeling? Is it relief, or do you feel just good in general?
I feel like they came and gave us all in the first period, and then we obviously only had 40 minutes together. At the beginning of the day, obviously they did as well, but they know each other better from uni hockey, whereas we're all just dispersed around the country, clubs and stuff. And I think it's just a matter of getting our composure after that first goal, clicking as a unit, and just getting track in front of the net.
And in terms of discipline, obviously, IAS losing it a little bit. What's the message on the bench to your guys?
Yeah, I mean, we knew it was going to be a chippy game. Like, I mean, we're both trying to compete here. Like, everyone wants bragging rights and that. So, obviously, they're starting to throw some hits, and then we're going to just match them with physicality.
Yeah, and a couple of guys that are standing out at the moment, Ivan Antonov, he could really make it happen out there. Did he get a bit of a telling off after the period, or is he just ramped up now?
Vanny's a great player. Like, he's probably one of the best in the EPL, to be honest with you. Or was the EPL, sorry, the ENL now. Yeah, as I said, it takes a while for people to gel. And obviously, we only had 40 minutes at the beginning of the day, and I think once we kind of established what we want to do and stuff and where we need to be, we start moving. Like, that power play came to life in the second period, and Vanny's a great guy, and he can skate rings around the best of them.
Yeah, and for the next period, is it more of the same, or are you going to sit back and try and hold this lead?
No, we're going all out. We're going all out. I mean, a lot of our guys used to 6-minute hockey. I don't know about their guys with the uni and that being like 40-minute running clock, but I get the feeling they're running out a bit of gas, and we've got more to give. We can only keep going on.
Fair enough. Well, thanks for your time, and good luck in the third period.
Thank you.
Nick, we're just, Nick's standing up, but we're getting involved here, getting ready here for the third period of this game. GBU have now turned things around. It's now 3-1 to GBU, but we have a massive period on deck here. The International All-Stars bringing in Fabian Sivnet into the net, perhaps considered one of the best goalies to play the game in BIHA, and they are pumped up. As we walk past them on the way back up the stairs, Nick, they were looking very, very good indeed. And I have to say, GBU might be flying at the moment, but I think there's still plenty to play for in this game.
There is indeed, and what you would say is it's start off IAS, take the advantage, GB respond. It's now about what IAS are going to bring to this third period and see what they can change.
Yeah, the one thing IAS need to do is take a bit of the silliness out of the game. They need to not talk back to the referees, regardless of how good or bad they feel the call is, because that's only going to hurt them. You know, the referees are only human as well, and if you're not endearing yourself to them, they're not going to give you.
It is indeed, and GB have just been solid and disciplined, and that second period they just took them to bits through ill discipline.
Yeah. And as the teams come back on, we'll enjoy this third period very much so. I hope you guys are comfortable and ready to settle in and take this forward. Don't tune out right at the end of the game. We've got the presentations, and we'll have some post-game interviews with some of the players from both teams, which will be something to look forward to. And we'll have a little look forward to if we get a chance to Division 1 Nationals, which start tomorrow.
Do indeed.
8 AM. I tell you what, as you said to me once, who scheduled these games? IAS Men's here have, I think it's
2 Eagles,
5 players that are playing tomorrow morning, including Bert Riquetti and Fabian Sivnet, actually 6. So, you know, two players on each side and 2 goaltenders. They're going to be starting tomorrow morning at 8 AM. So,
post-game pizza and bed, I believe is the order of the day.
Yeah, I certainly would think so. I think they'll have no trouble sleeping tonight with the effort and the exertion of this game. Chris Cook, of course, saying in his mid-match interview there that he thinks that perhaps GBU are going to have the fitness levels over this IAS team, and that's something that I think a lot of people might feel that this third period might be the chance that GBU blows them away.
It could be. I think they might just run the legs off them, but I think you're going to see for this first 10 minutes, IAS are going to give them everything they've got. If they can get back into this game, and it's a 1-goal game with 10 minutes to go, I think the adrenaline will take IAS through to the end, at least competitively anyway.
Oh, absolutely. There's 2 seconds left in the power play, so immediately, basically as the puck drops and it's one back one way or another, we're going to see Lackham back in ice, so it's going to be 5-on-5 right off the bat. And there's Lackham coming back to the ice there to make it 5-on-5, and he joins his Blues line mates, but they're Cambridge Blues tonight. And that puck goes right round. Berenek tries to fight it out. Willsby back to Nanji.
I'm always impressed every time I watch him play.
Absolutely phenomenal skater and mover of the puck. Can play both forward and defence. But here's Antonov, and here's someone we've been impressed with. Good pass, shot. Oh! I don't think we often see Fabian Sivnet beat on the first shot he faces in a game, but that was something special there.
Oh, nice little leg pump on the pass.
Corner.
And Charnock fires that one home.
Yeah, had no chance in that one. Great pass from Ivan Antonov.
All smiles on the GB bench.
GB looking a bit more comfortable now. Here comes Quinton Campbell, shoots, it goes wide. That's a funny kick off the back of the net, and Anthony Sellers can't quite get to it. Puck covered up. So here's this top line, the line that started the game. Campbell wins the draw to Sellers. Wronski dumps it in. Canerva, good save. Even if they can get a few shots on that test the goalkeeper, that might give IAS something to work with in their minds.
Exactly, big kick save there by Adam Long.
They can't oversell to try and make big hits or superhero plays. And there's another penalty called. And this time I think it's going to IAS as well.
It's Wronski.
No, it's Grunbaum that's getting the call. 2 minutes for slash and he'll sit. Oh, good save by...
Watching that one back on the replay, I think it's probably a fair call.
Vaselli and Zimmerman now playing together on the PK. Of course, they're still missing Luke Thompson, who's in the box serving that misconduct penalty. He'll be back out shortly. But back to the point.
Oh,
and here's Chase McCarthy. McCarthy's in a foot race. It's not often you see someone match McCarthy for pace. But James Scott was equal to the task. And he's managed to hold McCarthy. Mind you, and the referee's arms up. Who's he calling here? James Scott, despite getting back for McCarthy there on that back check, which was a great back check, has managed to pick up a holding penalty, I think, holding penalty. And that will give us a bit 4-4 for 1 minute 26. And then we'll have about 34 seconds of power play for the International All-Stars. So, of course, we've seen what Antonov can do when it comes down to the 4-on-4.
It's Charnock. Such a smooth skater. Cook. Charnock. Dancing through the middle.
Vaselli does enough to get away from Antonov. And here comes Vlad Volkanov the other way. Vlad. Oh, he's lost it. Kaznik can't get it. And now we see Antonov pick up the puck again. Antonov steps back with it. On a oh, good pass back to the goalie there. You don't see that often in the ice hockey game. There's Christian Johnson picks it up after some good D play. That's one thing I've watched about GBU. They're very good, very confident in their passing ability between their defence. And here's Wronski. Wronski's going the other way. And there's sticks in the sky and all sorts here. I think the referee's given a penalty to GBU. There might have been a second penalty there for a hold. Nanji picks up, shoots, picks it. Oh, and it doesn't go. It doesn't fall for Jakauskis. And now we see number 10, Jackson Price, making his way to the box for GBU, and we're going to have a short period of 17 seconds, 4-on-3, and then about 30-odd seconds, 5-on-3 for International All-Stars. This is a big chance for them to get back in it. They've now got Luke Thompson back on the ice.
And here he is.
Luke Thompson tees up the wrister, that goes wide. Jakauskis puts it deep. Oh, and that pass, unfortunately, from Greg James essentially helps kill the penalty, but Grunbaum is going straight to the bench.
5-on-3.
They're bringing a forward on. Quinton Campbell. Thompson carrying it. He loves carrying the puck. Back to
James.
Oh, and again, they're getting the chances now. Oh, but the goaltender equal to the task. Now back to Nanji. Nanji shoots. Good save again by the goaltender.
In front of the goal.
Tell you what, this goaltender's a big lad and he's well positioned. Shot from Nanji. Oh, and again. Oh, and there's a trip in front of the net, and Quinton Campbell trips in front of the net rather, and the referee says that he must have fallen over something. Here comes Thompson. Thompson have a bit of legs in him with all that rest he's had. Oh, and that comes out. Canerva now on the ice with Wronski. Oh, Wronski. What happened there?
Not only introduced to the floor, but he's set out a GB. Oh, linesman there just breaking up that cross-ice pass.
It's good D by the linesman. Well positioned. Zimmerman comes in. And and Wronski's probably lucky that he missed there, because that
Probably
could have
lucky
been
that he missed
curtains for his night. And Campbell, just a little bit too far for Kanerva. It's touched though, and Kanerva doesn't get to Antonov quick enough, which is something we might say a lot if Antonov was playing in our BIG games. And behind Christian Johnson. And GB done well there, because they actually had too many players on ice at that point, but the...
There comes the Blues line.
Vasili's looking for someone to pass to. Lacombe steps in.
Cuts in. Nice
Lacombe,
move. Oh,
and
toe save.
he's starting to fall there, Lacombe, but he managed to get the shot off, and Wilsby now using his body. Berenik. Vasily, sorry. I don't know why I always get those two mixed up. They're playing different Blues teams, and there we go. Fabian Sivnik keeps that one. Fabian Sivnik, of course, a very interesting guy, as you all know. Well, maybe you don't all know, but he got Lord of the Rings, the first page of Lord of the Rings written on his helmet as well, Nick.
Oh.
But unfortunately for him, he wasn't exactly Gandalf saying "you shall not pass" in that first shot, but
he wasn't, unfortunately.
Oh, and McCarthy leaves it for reasons known only to himself. James Scott actually just out the box. A bit of a standoff with McCarthy. McCarthy finally thinks I better chase him, because otherwise he's just going to stand here. McCarthy leaves it now. Thompson, top skied. I think that took a touch, so it's inside.
Did indeed.
Greg James in for the face-off with Jakowskis and Kachnich. Zimmerman and Wronski on defence for the IAS. And I think GBU now rolling the lines a bit more. We've not seen that top pair of Cook and Johnson quite as much as we did in the first. Jakowskis picks up, rolls it round, but that's too far. Nice little bunny hop for the linesman just to get over the puck there. It's Greg James. Smart play going back round. Oh, and Jakowskis can't quite get it. And here comes Wronski the other way. Wronski shoots. Oh, and that's blocked by Nathan Long there. Jordan Liddell, scorer of the first goal for GBU, comes back in.
I can see what you mean about the whole...
Zimmerman, someone's down on the ice, and that is Thomas Parkinson. Probably didn't expect Zimmerman to... I think Zimmerman kind of lost his foot in there, and Parkinson went over the top of him. He's getting up and skating off, so it's good to see.
Just gets upended.
Bit of a strange collision there. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how that came to pass, but it's good to see Parkinson got up for Team GBU. Nanji off the glass, can't be held in by Solomon Smith. Donald Campbell round to collect it. Oh, nice play by Nanji to break that up. Nanji taking matters in his own hand. Oh, good shot. The goaltender equal to it.
Man on a mission there.
Well, we know one thing. IAS are certainly now got their tails up and are now trying and clawing and scratching to get themselves back into this. Kanerva. Oh, good save again by the goaltender. Campbell's it. Oh, and goes down awkwardly.
Certainly. Oh.
And a high stick is called from the back referee.
Not going away quietly, though.
No, they're not going to go away quietly. And the Blues line on now. Willsby to take the draw. Lackham and Berenek. Oh, Berenek battling with it with Ruskin, Springer, Hughes. Back to Ivan Antonov.
Not the first time he's seen Sidner try and use his head.
Oh, and there's Willsby with a bit of a hit. Vaselli.
Springer Hughes out there.
Using the boards well there. Back it goes to Nanji. Nanji looks up, gives it to Berenek. Berenek got a bit of speed. Willsby. Oh, and that goes wide there. I think the goalie maybe had it covered anyway, but Willsby using the body again, but start breaking the other way. Here's Pywell. Oh, and thought perhaps Thompson might be in a bit of bother there, but Pywell kept his foot in. I don't think there was anything in it for Thompson. He just gave him a bit of a shove as he turned, but Thompson plays it round. Here's Solomon. Smith steps inside. Solomon kicked away by Groombaum. Down it goes to Johnson. Johnson rips it and it goes right round. McCarthy's on. And McCarthy's head.
You know what that means?
Oh, I thought he was going to hit him there, but he saw the opportunity to take the puck. Vlad Volkanos. I'll tell you one thing though, remember the night they played Vlad Volkanos with some of the moves he's pulled in this game.
Groombaum.
Good wave off for the ice in there, the chase. They looked like GB was going to win it.
Uses the body by Ronski. Oh, nice. Now he's going to join the rush.
Nice move from Vlad Volkanos, gives it to McCarthy. Great pass by Ronski. McCarthy inside. Oh, excellent defensive play by Chris Cook, the captain.
Just too many moves there.
Zimmerman calling reinforcements back. Running the show, as we know Zimmerman can do. Oh, and the puck's still in. This is Vlad Volkanos. He loses that one. Incredible player, Vlad Volkanos. Oh, what a pass there. Oh, it's a scramble in front. Oh, and IAS are scrambling but can't find the back of the twine. Just while we've got a brief moment in the intermission, I'd just like to give a shout out to Danny Lee Greener, who is obviously sucking up for something, calling me the best commentator and coach. I have many talented friends at the BIHA.
Still looking for a captain for next year, aren't you? Oh, fought that one off.
Oh, and that comes back. Oh, good play by Vaselli to keep the zone. And that was waved off, that offside. I thought it was maybe offside, but the linesman had a good look at it and waved it off. And here's Ivan Antonov again. It's the guy that the IAS want to keep off the puck, and I think unfortunately Gregor James is getting a goaltender interference penalty for skating through the crease and making contact. The goalies are a protected breed in ice hockey, so that's a penalty that's often called. Here's Antonov now, tries to go round. Oh, nice play by Jakauskis, and IAS do enough to win the puck back, which will bring the stop. Then Gregor James going to the box, 2 minutes for goaltender interference. And Quentin Campbell now can't win the draw. GBU establishing control again on the power play with the face-off win. Back it goes, across it goes to Scott. Scott looks behind the net, it bounces out. Alex White's got it. Alex White back to Pywell.
Chance.
Oh, and that goes miles over the bar.
Penalty for interference. Penalty timed at 50 minutes and 52 seconds.
And round Pywell goes. Pywell puts it in front. Not find the Twine doing
Campbell.
it that way, but he
Campbell clears.
IAS, from their point of view, gets some respite. There's two of them on now. Willsby and Anthony Selles, the captain.
Oh, nice move.
Here's Groombomb. Oh! And that's a physicality perhaps IAS have been missing from the first period. Oh, and that's hit down the ice. Christian Johnson hits it. The goaltender's out to play it. Goaltender Adam Long. Round comes Antonov, and he gets a bit of speed. That's an excellent pass.
Charnock.
Wronski does enough to at least make Charnock check his move. Wronski again. Oh, almost puts Charnock into Hayden Hunter. Oh, and Christian Johnson shoots, and that goes up and over. Chris Cook keeps it in. And Wronski hits it into his own bench. But in some respects, that's good tactic there. You know, no penalty for hitting your own
cheeky
bench.
Little change.
Your own bench might not thank you for it, but it gives you a chance to get a change. Hauger on now with Nanji and Vlads Volkanos.
Oh.
And Kali Usatalo will be watching the next few minutes of the game on the live stream, I think.
He missed us that much.
Here's Hauger. Hauger can't get it off Cook, but Vaselli picks it up.
Here's Johnson. He's going to go back for this one.
And Johnson's got it now, but they're going to be back on level terms, 5-on-5, any moment now. And here's comes Owen Ivanov. Antonov though gets half a break, puts it to Christian Johnson, and Vlad Volkanos is down on the ice, and he is bleeding heavily.
And that's a lot of blood.
And just went straight off. And the GBU doctors there, and he'll tend to him, he'll get the best possible care. And we just hope that Vlad Volkanos is okay. I'm sure he will be. And that's the risk you take, I suppose, playing this game that we love.
I think it might be his own player.
as best he could. So, as I say, there's a lull in proceedings while matters continue. Thank you for staying with us. This will be resolved as soon as it can. We've got to make sure that the ice is essentially safe to play on, and there's not going to be any issues. And we'll get to the bottom of what that penalty was for as well. To the people asking, I think it may just be a straight 10 misconduct penalty, but I've not had clarification on it yet. And if it's 10, there's obviously less than 10 to go. But I will get the clarification as soon as possible. The IAS coaches on the ice, he may want to consider getting off the ice because of the Zamboni. Yes, he is, yes. Quick wave of acknowledgement to the Zamboni driver there. Again. Yeah, the Zamboni had a couple of goes there. Still a little bit there. Hopefully they'll get it this time and we can get the game started again. I don't think this is good for any of the players. I'm not sure they'll want to be sitting there too long, but the Zamboni driver essentially doing the Zamboni equivalent of donuts on the ice at the moment. He's getting there slowly but surely, and we should be ready to go in the next couple of minutes. So, a lot of people saying that they hope he's okay. Obviously, we don't wish any player any ill harm at all, and we hope that he is okay. It's essentially the whirlwind of what's been a really, really tough contest, regardless of what side you're rooting for. This has been a tough contest, and yeah, I believe it will continue to be a tough contest. I don't think there's going to be any backing down from this IAS team. They may have seen one of their players hurt, but I think they've solidified. They spent the whole day together. We walk around Ice Sheffield. There's little pockets of players that have been playing together today. IAS Women's, the GBU Women's, and these two groups of men here playing this game. So I think the teams have really come together. Now, obviously, slightly more experience on this GBU men's side, but it's going to take something special here, and perhaps we'll see it in the next 7 minutes as the teams get ready to line up again. Yes, 10-minute misconduct on Kajnik has been confirmed. So as it's less than 10 in the game, he's going back to the penalty box. Back to the dressing room, as he cannot re-enter the fray. And
looks like we're ready to get going again.
Yeah, we're ready to get going again. We'll try and give an update on Vlad's situation as soon as we can. He seems to be sitting upright from our vantage point, which is obviously a good thing. But I think it was a bit of a nasty one. So
anyway, 6 minutes, 6:45 to go in this game. 4-1.
4-1, I think now, based on what we've seen, Nick, is probably a fair reflection, to be honest with you. The GBU team have turned it on after perhaps getting a bit of a fright in that first period. But as I say, they're not going to go quietly into the gentle night. The IAS team, and that's the shot! Oh, and that was a great play from the corner there. But Anthony Sellis can't find the target. Now Thompson's round behind. Switches it for Zimmerman. Considering nice these two guys are from the other ends, playing at the other ends of the country, that was pretty good going. And that puck's up and off the net, and that'll bring a stop and play. Just less than 6 minutes left. Shout out to Lisa Choi. She's hoping Martin Vaselli will score multiple goals. I'm not sure. I think Martin's a lover, not a scorer. So, yeah. Here we go. Face-off in the GBU end. Willsby.
Clean win.
And that's won by GBU, but Solomon Smiths has it behind the net. Bernanek using his body now. Willsby plays it out in front. Oh, and Lackham can't get the handle on it. Comes back.
GB's D certainly in the defensive zone.
What we can tell you is we can't tell you exactly what's happened to Vlad's, but we can tell you he's up and on his feet. He looks like he's got his helmet in his hand, so he looks like he really wants to get back on the ice and get involved.
True hockey player. Smith waits. That's back in the corner.
Oh, play in front, but that's well broken up by Ronski. Ronski plays up the boards to Lackham. Lackham to Willsby.
He's going to fall for Bernanek.
One-on-one with Solomon Smith. Oh, Solomon Smith, good poke check. Bernanek kind of lost his foot, and it looked like he connected a little bit with Solomon Smith's hand, but play on, and McCarthy still trying to get involved and throw his body around.
Certainly it is. It does look like a case of what we said, that GB have got the staying power and the fitness for this.
Yeah.
And
it looks like IAS are running out of ideas a little bit of what they can do, and GBU have certainly, the goaltenders looked solid.
Well, GB made that one line change, and it's paid off for them in that second period. Just a bit of a mix-up of the lines, and paid off pretty much instantly. And
well, that was maybe a bit of miscommunication. This group has not practiced together. Jakowski's essentially now on this line because Vlad Volkanov has had to take his leave. Well, he's been attended to by our medical staff. Jakowskis back to Vaselli. Good handle of the puck, Vaselli. Ooh. And I tell you what, this IAS team is bonded, but tomorrow morning we're going to see them torn apart pretty instantly when Oxford take on Edinburgh. It'll be interesting to see how much legs some of these players have.
I think, to be honest, it's more Sunday, the third day.
Oh yeah, 3 days of this, of action for these guys. And there's
Charnock taking to Kai.
Penalty there. I'm not sure what happened. I was watching the play in the corner. Two of them chirping away heavily at each other. Groombaum going to the box. Two minutes for slashing. Number 12. Liam Charnock. 2 minutes for roughing. So we'll go 4-on-4 again. And it's getting that time, Nick, where we have to start thinking about our players in the match. I'm not putting you on the spot right now, but we will have to start taking some consideration of that. The whistle's blowing. GBU's trying an interesting tactic of starting the game with two players on the ice.
Bringing players off the bench.
See how it works out for them. GBU's smart though. One of their defensive players, by the looks of things, stepping into the draw, so he gets chucked out as soon as the players come on the ice. And that's what you do when you make a mess up in line changes. That's the smart thing to do. 7 leaves it for Zimmerman.
Number 2, Sebastian Blom, received a 2-minute penalty for
And Carol Zimmerman rolls it round the back and Conover kind of lost his sight in it. And here's Gregor James. Oh, big hit of Gregor James. GBU haven't really been doing a lot of that. It's been IAS, it's been trying to throw the body.
Tom Ralph introduces
not
him
always to the best of their ability.
Introduces him to the KTR made to motion board.
Oh, and that's a nice pass. Oh, and a bit of a hook there behind the net.
Chance.
Oh, Christian Johnson. What a shot. And we've said it before, you need a perfect shot to beat Fabian Sivnet. And that was a pretty perfect shot from Christian Johnson, who I know that he's certainly been the one running the show back there, perhaps.
He has done indeed, and he cashes in with his second goal of the game.
Oh, and a big hit there along the barrier for number 11, Callum Metcalf.
Chance for Thompson.
Oh, good glove.
Not going to beat the GB goalie from the blue line with no screen.
Johnson, assisted by number 16, Alex White, and number 21, Nathan Long. Time to go, 57 minutes and 40 seconds. And we've just entered the final 2 minutes of the third period, with the score standing at 5-1.
Here's McCarthy. McCarthy, nice move. McCarthy shoots. Oh, right on. On. Ronski.
Oh.
Ronski's dropped it.
There's
He
some
dropped
gloves
the
on the floor.
There's fights breaking out everywhere. McCarthy, I'm not sure he's been in that situation before, McCarthy.
Oh, there's a scrap going on down here, though.
Gloves are still on. Ronski's still had his stick in his hand. Bit of grappling going on. Thompson pushing away in front. I'm just not sure. It's an interesting choice of music by the DJ. I'm going down swinging. And McCarthy is talking to Chris Cook. A lot of chirping going on between McCarthy and Chris Cook there. Ronski going to the box. And
Party
Thompson.
in the box.
This might be the most people I've seen in the box since Sheffield's party box of week 1 of Nationals. Well, Nick, we did decree there may be shenanigans, and that's certainly been the case, putting it at its lowest level. And you're going to see the smoke coming off the referee's pencil trying to work that one out. Well, I'll tell you, if it's going to be an interesting decision. Carl Zimmerman talking to somebody out there. I'm sure. It's one player away anyway. I think that's it's Ronski that's away, I think.
And the handshake line is getting shorter and shorter.
Yeah. Well, I know sometimes you talk about cutting the bench when you're down in a game, but this is not the way I would advise doing it, certainly. Obviously, this has caused a bit of disruption as we get everything organised. So everybody lining up, trying to find out what's going on. Well, we did say there might be an international incident as well, and that's another case.
Can you tell what it is yet?
Anyway, 4-on-4, I think, basically for its remainder, or is it 3-on-3? It is 3-on-3. This is a true all-star game now.
It is indeed.
This is what the NHL are trying to implement, and the BHA have managed it on their first night of having all-star games. So well done.
It's all part of Hopkins' script.
Yeah, that was all part of the plan. Oh! I think Jakowskis was actually aiming for Ivan Antonov. Antonov's too quick, and
it's Ralph.
He hits Ralph instead, who sort of just lies there and thinks, what have I done to deserve this? Just ticking down to 1 minute left. And here comes Quentin Campbell. Tries to go in for... Yeah, Jakowskis definitely was aiming for the person with the puck and missed.
Exactly. I think an interference call might have been justified.
I think it might have been. Vasili's knocked himself down. And here comes Vlad Volkanov, which I'm glad to see back. Oh, he skins one, he skins two. This could be exciting. 5-3-3. Vlad Volkanov's in front. Quentin Campbell is a scramble. Oh, and GBU lie on the puck. I'm not sure if it was a goalie or the player. The goalie, the player's bottom lying on the puck there. And that means that the play will stop. There's a lot of chanting going on. There's a pretty decent crowd here.
Lots of encouragement for the referees.
Yeah. Kanerva, Hauger, and Zimmerman on the ice now.
That truly is an all-star
D they actually have left in the international all-stars that are actually
Carl
D.
Zimmerman.
Carl Zimmerman with a great break up the play. Hauger tries to get involved, and it's checking down on this one.
It is indeed, and the first home international for GBU is going to go in the books.
Yep, 5-1 the score, and that's all she wrote, folks.
It is indeed.
GBU win the first ever challenge trophy against International All-Stars, but I think the International All-Stars will be back and in greater numbers. They're kind of like sand people that way. So I'm looking forward to it next year.
I am indeed. Maybe hopefully this is the start of something special.
Yeah, and I'll leave you in Nick's capable hands. I'm going to get down ice side for a chance to do some interviews, I believe, some post-game reaction. And yeah, we'll be back with you shortly. Nick will take you through the players of the game and the final presentations.
Will do. Thank you very much
for listening,
Rambo.
folks, and we hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoyed the game, and I'll leave you in Nick's capable hands.
Yes, Lisa, I think that little kid is the version of Vancouver's Vancouver's Green Men. And anyway, handshake lines a little bit shorter than they were a couple of minutes ago. But anyway, good game all around by both teams, competitive from start to finish. Certainly out there, if you are watching in on YouTube, you've been watching in on BYJ TV, please tweet in, let us know, comment, tell us what you thought of that game. And certainly it's a put on show for you guys to watch. And certainly congrats to both teams on putting on a worthy performance for you guys. Anyway, we're going to come up to the players of the game. Chosen by myself and Rambo. Hope you're not going to find too much offence in our choices.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we'll now do a short presentation. Please welcome onto the ice BYHA Chairman Andrew Miller.
Here he is, the Overlord Andrew Miller, greeted to a chorus of boos. They know him well.
And first of all, man of the match presentation for Team GB this evening goes to number 5, Christian Johnson.
And Christian Johnson, well deserving in that performance. 2 goals, led the team from the back, solid. He was everything that was good about that Team GBU performance.
Player of the match for the International All-Stars goes to number 26, Vlad Volkanov.
And Vlad Volkanov's well deserving of his spot on this. Picked up the assist on the International All-Stars goal. Worked his socks off and was a credit to the Metros organisation out there. Hopefully he'll be sporting. Hopefully won't be sporting too bad a memento. Anyway, here's the challenge trophy.
Goes to the winners this evening, 5 goals to 1. It's Team GB.
Captain Cook across to meet Mr. Miller. And there we go. Muted celebrations from the GB team, but it's job well done.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, all that remains is for me to thank yourselves for coming to watch this evening, thank the players, the BYJ committee and the volunteers, and those at my Sheffield.
And hopefully we're going to hear some from Rambo down at ice side pretty soon. Hopefully going to grab some of the main protagonists in that one.
If you're able to come on, there's absolutely no charge for watching excellent top flight hockey. Thank you and good evening.
Hopefully Rambo's going to grab a couple of the guys. and then hopefully we're going to get some reaction from the GBU team as well. Hopefully we'll try and grab the head coach, Matt Bradbury, and try and get some instant feedback from inside that locker room, and certainly find out what they thought. A little bit of a tasty finish, a little bit of a bitter aftertaste from the All-Star team.